Coming up next, Blocks News.
Hey, welcome everyone. This is Dave Baszucki. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Roblox, and today you're listening to Tech Talks. Today we're digging into all things AI creation and generation. We're going to both go high level as well as deep. We've got two of our arguably engineer/scientists who work on these models. Kieran Batt, great to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, and Alberto Hogel, great to have you as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay, cool. So, wow. So just some background before we get started. Both of you have a common trait of interesting thing to have people come to Roblox. You were working on your own companies at one time, which is a great trait for the way we like to roll here, because we're looking for people who take the long view and get stuff done. Quick snapshot of what were you working on, Kieran?
So I was working on a startup called Loom AI.
Yep.
We were building tech for real-time facial tracking and avatar rigging. And when we joined Roblox, we brought all the technology in, and now we have real-time facial capture facts in Roblox.
Yeah, and it's interesting because when we met you, it was very early in the AI space. You had already figured out how to run a pretty complex model client side on devices, see what's going on and turn that into facial animation. We have that live on Roblox now.
That's
so
right.
We've just gotten started with some of that dream, and we have a long way to go. And then Alberto, can you share what kind of company you were working on?
Yeah, of course. I was the co-founder of Lucid AI, and we were working on video world models trained on real world imagery, trying to make a hyper-realistic dreaming engine. And actually, funnily enough, I was also part of YC as well as Kieran.
Okay, so that's cool. And it's really interesting because the kind of product you were working on, a world model, for some reason, I used to think of it as real-time dreaming. And you named the company Lucid. So that was kind of a interesting coincidence.
Yeah, absolutely. We took a lot of inspiration from lucid dreams, because in a dream, you're able to take actions in this environment and it rolls out and it responds to your actions, but it's sort of unbounded. You can really do whatever you want. So that's what we wanted to capture in our video world model.
Okay, so before we even jump in now, I have to ask you about your lucid dreaming capabilities and skills. Like, how good of a lucid dreamer are you, Alberto?
I used to be good. In lower school, I used to read a bunch of books, and you can learn about all these tricks, these reality checks, like holding your thumb and trying to pull your thumb out of your fist. You can't do this in the real world, but in a dream, you're actually able to pull your thumb out. Another example is you can block your nose. You can't breathe in the real world, but in a dream, you can. So there's these reality checks that you can accustom yourself to doing so that when you're in a dream, you can realize if you're dreaming and become lucid and actually take actions in your dream.
Yeah, so this takes, just so what Alberto's talking about is it's a very interesting skill of being aware that you're dreaming and doing it without waking up, and then influencing your dream. And it takes a fair amount of practice. There's a famous scientist at Stanford, Stephen LaBerge, who had a dream lab, and he actually made a device that flashed red lights when you were in REM sleep. And rather than thinking about your thumb, the way he did it with the subjects is you walk around all day long, and whenever you see red flashing sirens, you ask, am I dreaming? And so then when these people would wear this thing at night and it would start flashing, they would in the dream ask, am I dreaming? Just like you had a cue to pop into that. So, but fast forward to today, everyone can lucid dream because we're talking about world models. First, we're going to dive into 4D creation. And I remember being in the very early days of the AI world, that's like 2 years ago.
That's right.
I went to events and so many people were working on what we would call 3D generation at the time.
Yep.
there's something interesting about video game assets, especially Roblox assets. We call them 4D assets. So you can share a little about what is a 4D asset and what is our cube model?
Yeah, so maybe I'll start a little bit before the 4D, 3D piece, which is what inspired us to build the 4D model. So in the AI world, we've seen text models, LLMs, that have really dramatically improved in the last few years to basically predict the next token, which resembles intelligence, right? So the idea of...
And a text model would be if I go to the Google prompt or ChatGPT or you name it, an AI system, and I type in, typically make a Dr. Seuss poem about myself, and all of a sudden the poem comes out. That is text generation.
That's exactly right. And I think the science behind it is what we call next token prediction. So these systems at scale are able to predict what the next word is, given the past words it has generated. And that the ability to predict the next thing is the basis of intelligence in the current systems that we call AI. And we were inspired by that. We were also inspired by how image generators are able to produce really beautiful images in response to what a user is able to type. And these two systems were maturing quite a bit around the time 2 years ago. And what we wondered, what if we can bring the same capability in 3D? So, because our platform is a 3D platform, ideally, you want the capability to generate 3D content.
That's right.
That is, we started out with geometry and textures. And to be able to do that, we got inspiration from LLMs. So we set up the problem of 3D generation as a next token prediction. But the token now is not a text token, it's a geometry token. Right? So that was the big breakthrough where we came up with a way with this cube model to tokenize geometry in such a way that we can put that into a next token prediction system, and that's called an autoregressive transformer. So
a couple things to think about first. So for everyone out there thinking about how complicated the output of like the Dr. Seuss poem or the whatever, I think what you're saying for the non-AI experts, that's actually simply predicting in a sequence what are really good text tokens following that.
That's exactly right. So that's one big approach of how to think about modeling systems with what we call generative models. So this is the next token predictions.
That's right.
There's another class of techniques which is called diffusion models,
which we would use for images.
Which we use for images, and it turns out that both of these techniques are useful for modeling geometry as well. And
just to explain diffusion a little bit, this is also, like, I understand it's pretty radical to think on the text side, we're just generating the next token. On the diffusion side, we're iterating, I believe. Like, how close am I to something that looks good? And doing that time and time again in a way that every iteration cycle, it gets better, I think.
Yeah, I think what you can think of it as, if you think of a signal that you're trying to model, right? If you can model it with what we call as global latents.
That's right.
Think of an image as something that you can generate in one go, right? You can generate an entire image in one go with what we call a global latent. Diffusion models are really good at that.
That's right.
Now, but for text, you can generate one word at a time. So, and that is the next token prediction. That is the autoregressive model.
And then one other question for the average listener out there, I'll go to you, Alberto. When I go to my modern AI system, it seems like they can do everything. They can generate the Dr. Seuss poem or a picture of something I talk about. It sounds like that's not the same thing. It's like behind the scenes, they've got a bunch of big models running.
Yeah, absolutely. Like many of the systems we see right now are tool calling to video models or to image models to actually execute the generation step. And maybe it's an LLM that actually orchestrates this sequence. But I do believe that in the future, we'll continue to see more like natively multimodal models that can reason in these modalities like at the same time, rather than being separate models.
Right. So the original, we were just talking before the show, the original tool caller could arguably that Watson Jeopardy system, like it blew my mind when it beat a human Jeopardy player. And I think they were talking about behind the scene, it was actually 30 or 40 or 50 separate things. It sounds like there's still a little bit of that going on today.
Yeah, even in LLMs, you start to see people chain together LLMs and do swarms of agents that can self-manage themselves and attack really complex tasks.
Yeah, and sometimes in my command prompt when I'm using an online thing, I can see it like 8 things spinning and going off and gathering, and it doesn't give me an instant answer, for example. Okay, cool. So behind the scenes, we have these various things: diffusion technology, building an image all at once, LLM technology, spitting out a linear thing of tokens. And then let's go back to our 3D generation. What's happening there?
So the biggest inspiration was LLMs and images can work together, right?
Okay.
So fundamentally we have this multimodal capability, right? And so what these systems do is you have text, you tokenize text, come up with an embedding for text. You have images, tokenize that, come up with an embedding, and learn a transformer with attention where the image tokens can attend to the text tokens and vice versa, so that the generation system knows how to generate images in response to a very specific text queue, right? So this idea of basically being able to attend properly to a text queue is the big unlock here. And we wanted to bring that to 3D. So in a way, we wanted the 3D system also to have the same architecture that you have for geometry, images or text. So we can now have geometry tokens, image tokens, and text tokens all kind of trained together with the same attention mechanism, where the geometry tokens can now attend to images or text. And that's the core genesis of the cube model.
Which we just put live in beta recently.
Yeah.
We're starting to see experiences on Roblox, part of that dream of literally playing a game and talking about what you would like to generate. And we're getting better and better at cars, and we're getting better and better at a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And now the thing that's complicated about this is in the real world, things we interact with, cars can be driven. You know, an oven, you can open the door and turn it on and throw something in it. A door you can open. So that's what we mean when we're talking about 4D objects, not 3D objects.
That's exactly right. And I think if we can roll up the video.
Okay, can we see the video? Cool.
So what you're seeing in this video is an example of 3D generation, which is conditioned on what we call a text schema. So you're asking for a jellyfish car that you can drive in, that you can shoot with, that you have a exhaust that you want to separately attach some scripts. To be able to do that, you need both geometry, but also geometry separated out in a very specific way that the developer has in mind.
That's right.
And that ability to take a 3D input and produce multiple 3D outputs that all fit together, but in a fashion that you can control with text, is this idea of 4D.
So what we're seeing here is literally using text to define a functional object.
That's exactly right. And basically, here, the text also produces the segmentation and scripts to animate the objects.
Yeah, and I think for the average user out there, what our strong belief is, just as we've started to get used to helping with my college research in 2D or starting to build cool videos in video space, in 3D, we will get to the point where if I talk about something or write a prompt or share pictures, we'll be able to create that.
That's exactly right. And I think a key idea here is we, right from the beginning, decided to go with the very native 3D foundation model.
That's right.
So every modality that has been successful in the past for generative models has gone native. So text models use text natively. Image models use image natively and encode it and have what we call VAEs, variational autoencoders, that can represent that domain correctly. For 3D, we have a native 3D native foundation model. And this combination is what allows you to do what you just described, which is if you want a foundation AI model to actually reason about 3D, it should be trained with 3D tokens natively.
Which feels, for me, very right. I know videos work in diffusion space. Text works in tokens, so working in native 3D space. And I think this is hopefully holds the point where, some of the demos we've seen internally are getting more and more interesting, whereas as we apply this everywhere to cars, avatars, buildings, the horse and the cart, the terrains and the mountains, it starts to be conceivable to go from an image or a video to a fully functioning environment. And there's something really interesting about Roblox environments. First, they're 4D, and the second is they're multiplayer. So can you share when we say 4D, what we mean by code in the object and why that's important?
Yeah, I think the fundamental aspect of being able to interact with an object, any object in Roblox, involves triggering a script.
Yeah.
And so if you generate objects without the ability for the objects to trigger a script, it's not very exciting inside the platform.
That's
so,
right.
So for example, you want the door to open, you want the helicopter to fly, and those behaviors should not be predefined. The idea is that maybe you can use the cube model to specify the kind of behavior that you want the object to have, which means that the geometry and the behavior should be generated.
Right. And in this sense, we got a little lucky because when we started building Roblox, very early on, Eric and I had come from mechanical engineering simulation software background. So traditional game engines at that time were based on what you would call like hollow triangles painted. We wanted the objects in Roblox to be more physically simulated. So even from the very first days, the cars in Roblox had axles and wheels and motors and some code. And so a lot of things that were hard in video game programming, like what happens when the wheel falls off the car, that's just that's what happens in the real world as well. So in a way, because we started the company focusing on physical simulation with a lot more to come, like we're not all the way there, it creates this nice dovetailing with functional models where we can start building more rich objects, I would say.
That's exactly right. And I think all the things that you mentioned that makes that car functional, the wheels, the axles, the torques applied to the motors, all of those need to be generated along with the geometry. And it's the combination of the two that allows us to, at an object level, make it 4D. And imagine now we can do this for the entire
That's right.
world. And I think that's the vision where we think the combination of geometry plus geometry as in geometry, meshes plus textures or primitives, along with the code that makes them functional at a world scale is the eventual vision for where this is going.
Okay, so there's two other things we're going to skip today, just to kind of whet everyone's appetite. When we think of very rich worlds in the video game space, we also think of NPCs, non-player characters, all the way back from sci-fi, robots, and all of that. That's literally a whole other podcast that we're going to talk about at some point. But that it's a very interesting parallel to that, in addition to the rich humans in a space, you can imagine rich NPCs that are virtual doppelgangers in a video game space, and those are also 4D objects. So we're not going to go deep into that. We're also not going to go in today the future of, just like when people build software, they use development environments, whether it's the old Visual Studio or Claude Code or Codex, how Roblox Studio is evolving to be really a native AI 3D, 4D thing. So just whetting everyone's appetite. But we're going to stick with kind of the way the real world is built and simulated. And we're going to dovetail over to world models. There's one other thing that we've publicly said we're going to do, and that is once we generate this rich 3D, 4D stuff, we want to make it look better.
Yep.
So could we talk a little about what sometimes we say hybrid system, multiplayer in the cloud, distributed objects that are 3D and then local 2D. Can you talk a little about 3D upsampling?
Yeah, I think we can probably play the video.
Okay, video number 2, let's go.
So this is an example of what we call 3D upsampling. The geometry here was procedurally generated as well. It uses Roblox parts. So the geometry is somewhat simple to begin with. And this isn't, the idea here is that the developer can decide to uppress the geometry and the texture for all of these objects and the world
and so
altogether.
I just saw that building upres, which would be what I'm imagining is we're showing here is a more primitive object coupled with a prompt to make it look more realistic, where that's enough to build something that is very quickly built with that kind of combination object.
That's correct. That's correct. And I think one of the things that you will see here is that these objects can have very complex interiors that are generated, and the developer can decide the taste for how it is getting oppressed. So it's a tool that is within the scope of our developers to decide the style of the world and the individual objects, and the technology can really do the rest of the sort of the painting of both the geometry and texture to be higher fidelity, but it still has the same performance of what you have to begin with. So it's highly efficient. And it's the same simulation engine that we are comfortable with.
And the way that we can think about that is we want to synchronize amongst all of the players in a multiplayer world the minimum viable set of information that describes what's going on. And then we can upsample in 3D things that are maybe only seen to that local player, for example.
That's right. And in this particular case, this is another example of a 3D native foundation model where the input to the foundation model is 3D.
That's right.
So you pass in a primitive-based geometry as input, and the output can be an oppressed version of that 3D model or an entire 3D world. So the foundation model, 3D Cube, is capable of taking all these different inputs, including 3D, and the output can also be, right now, geometry or code.
That's a cluster of technologies that I think defines that famous Westworld video that we don't have here, where someone's sitting in the sci-fi movie and saying, build this, it goes photorealistic. And now, at the same exact time, we have a whole other cluster of technology coming from the video space that is generating real-time videos that feel really good. And maybe we talked about a little diffusion models to generate images. When a lot of us now are getting used to generating a video with the AI command prompt. Is that similar type diffusion model, just stacking one on top of the other? Or, and then is it really, we go from image to video to user interactive video, kind of in a logical series of steps?
Yeah, absolutely. So in simple terms, diffusion, in the case for image generation, you start with an image that's just random noise. And you send it through the model, and the model will iteratively denoise it, slowly perturb it to bring it closer to what looks like a realistic image, maybe conditioned on a text prompt. It turns out that trying to model all this pixel data, there's a lot of high frequency details that don't matter that much. For example, hair or carpet. So we end up wanting to encode the images with a VAE, a variational autoencoder. So we compress the images into a smaller latent space. So this is what we actually use to do diffusion. And so in the diffusion model, it's learning to map from random noise to this latent based on a text prompt.
Okay, so even if I'm at a 4,000 pixel object, we're not necessarily modifying all those pixels. We're converting it into some latent space, it sounds like, and then diffusion on that latent space. And then if we blow that latent space back up to 4K, do we see a good-looking image in that case?
Exactly. That's the hope.
And then on the iteration side, how many iterations does it take to go from this random noise to something that might look good?
It takes many. This is one of the limitations of diffusion models. You need to do many forward evaluations with your model.
Like 10, 100, 1,000?
Around 100.
Okay, so that actually seems pretty amazing that a bunch of random noise converted into this other format, 100 iterations, something pops up. Okay. And now, just like in the language models, which it seems very interesting and amazing to me, in that I'm not really talking to a real person. What I'm just seeing is a natural prediction of what's the best next token. In diffusion, my understanding is it seems like it's going a little uncontrolled. Like that first step, it's just that's a little better to what I've asked for. And then it gets a little better. And that also seems a little
inference. It's somehow interpolating between all those data points and giving you novel data samples that you haven't seen in your data set.
So the one way to think about that is if I'm doing image gen on my cool AI system, it looks amazing, it satisfies, but I'm assuming there's a billion other images that could have looked just as amazing.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sample from a distribution, right? And I think you're basically, even with the text models, it is a probabilistic.
Because when I see that image, I assume that is the best image in the world. So it's kind of crazy to think it's just one of billions that could have been generated. Are we doing that same number of iterations on every frame? As we, like if generating 30 seconds of video times 30 seems like 900 of these frames, is it 90 times, 900 times the work?
So when you go from image to video, you're essentially adding another dimension.
Yeah.
So if you imagine when you compress that image into your latent, it's some sort of tensor.
Okay.
If you want to do the same thing for video, you just have one additional dimension.
So that means I do the whole video at the same time?
Correct.
Okay, so that's more information. And then to do the videos at the same number of iterations, or because it's now so many frames, more iterations, would you say?
Well, typically you would use we see even bigger models are used to model video. So you can still use around 50 steps to get good outputs.
So that's even more mind-boggling in that all the frames are being generated at the same time in some video latent space rather than image latent space. So that's stretching my mind now.
Mm-hmm. So a couple of fun things. The modeling in latent space is both compressing the signal to something that's much more manageable, but it also seems like if you compress it properly, you're able to learn with these diffusion type systems or autoregressive systems. But learning the original signal is just completely out of reach.
Yes.
So in a way, the reason why these things work is because you are able to compress the models using a encoder into these latents. And once you learn the latent distribution of latents, you are able to decode it back into the original signal, right? It is still a probabilistic thing.
For video, typically you would compress 4 times temporally.
Okay.
So 4 frames get compressed into one latent frame. And then spatially, you would compress by 8 times or 16 times.
Okay. So 8 in each dimension?
Correct.
So 8 times 4, 64 times 4, like 256 compression. Okay. And then how about on 3D?
So I think the increase the dimensions, the latent space, it is harder to learn with these diffusion models or even the autoregressive models. And that's why this tension between the representation and the VAE and the model, the generative model that learns the latents, the space of latents, that's the dance.
Okay. So now we're going to fast forward even more because we've talked about text tokens, image diffusion, video, and 3D and 4D. And now we're going to go into world models, which I think I saw the first one a year and a half ago, very primitive work. And the first time I saw one, I said, this is really amazing because what a world model does is generates video, not just by what I say, but I'm interacting with it. Could you maybe share high level to start what a world model is?
Absolutely. So at a high level, a world model takes in the current state and an action and tries to predict the next state.
Yep.
This state can be in frames, in pixels, or it can be in 3D, like how a regular game engine would work, or it can be in language. Some people think language models have internal world models happening in their heads. The issue is when we want to move into an interactive video model, we need to make it able to respond to your action commands in real time. That is like the necessary feat that we need to accomplish.
So rather than the video is all made in one shot for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever, we're constantly building frames of the video at 30 hertz, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you generate maybe 5 seconds in one go, that means you can only input the action once every 5 seconds.
Yep. Okay. And so in video games, people are used to 30, 60, 120, 240 hertz response. And so there's a lot of generation going on. If it's not all at once, is it predicting just the next frame, or is it predicting a little bit the next frame, but a little bit of all the frames after it, as you swipe through it?
Yeah, so we use autoregressive video models.
Yeah.
And so what it does is it'll actually use diffusion to generate a chunk of frames.
Okay.
And then it'll add those clean frames to the KV cache.
Yep.
And then autoregressively generate the next chunk of frames with diffusion. So it's kind of like a mix. You're using diffusion to do the local generation, and you're using autoregression to be able to make it, input your actions at any point.
Okay, and do we have video for this?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's pull up video. And so this is a world model built internally, right?
Correct.
Okay, and share what's going on. I see we're reflecting ASDW in the arrow keys.
Yeah, so here I prompt it with a red frog in a medieval land, and you see I can navigate this world, and I can even change the environment. I can ask it for a thunderstorm to begin.
So behind the scenes, you're typing a prompt as well.
And I can walk around, and I can even ask for angel wings, for example. Nice. And I can try to jump and keep on jumping and see if I can gain flight. And then I input the text prompt that I'm flying above the clouds.
Okay, so you said start flying. This is this is a little like real-time dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, no one's ever seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
Probably this is your single dream. Like you said, with the video models, everyone's different, which is also very fascinating. So now there's a couple crazy questions. So one question. So as I think about these world models now, there's a stack of video frames, and there's a couple things we've thought about. What happens if I turn around and then turn back around? Do I see the same thing?
Yeah. This is a current limitation of video world models. Because the computation of attention scales quadratically with the number of tokens, we have to limit the size of the context window for it to be able to run at 16 FPS.
And the context window would be all of the prior frames you've kind of traversed?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so those context windows, in a way, are the memory of your dream. So it's almost like when you're dreaming, you're only remembering 5 or 10 or 20 seconds.
Exactly, like a goldfish.
Okay, got it. So, is that the memory of a goldfish?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. So right now we're goldfish in world models. If we turn around, we don't necessarily see it. The next thing I'm curious about, and we've debated this, is if I put 50 people playing chess in the world model, and we're using this diffusion technology to predict the next frame, it feels like we don't have enough computation power for the individual 50 brains to make the chess games logical. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, so I would say it really depends on how you train the model.
Yeah.
So these video models, they learn visual patterns.
That's right.
So if you were to train it on a bunch of recordings of chessboards with the pieces moving around, it may actually be able to learn these patterns and learn how the pieces move on the board.
Yeah.
But let's say, for example, you wanted to, talk to Abraham Lincoln.
That's right.
And ask him something about history. This knowledge isn't necessarily embedded in videos. So trained purely on videos, it's going to be hard to be able to elicit that knowledge from the world model. So yeah, it seems that we might need to supplement it with language models that might bring in that more like reasoning power.
So then this kind of comes back to maybe what we would consider the most difficult technical problem. We used to say the most difficult technical problem at Roblox was put 10,000 people in a soccer stadium, have them all talking to each other, be able to wave at someone across the stadium, have them wave back. So that's like a validating, we're doing a real-time simulation of 10,000 players all synchronized and kept together. Up that to photorealism, that gets super detailed. Up that to real acoustic simulation, that gets super detailed. Now with AI, we add two really difficult things to that. One is we would like some of those players, in a privacy compliant way, possibly to be NPCs, and we'd probably have a protocol like that's an NPC, you know, so like integrated robots and people who are maybe that. And then the other thing is we would like any form of real-time dreaming or generation with all 10,000 people. And the example I sometimes use with that would be 10,000 people at like level 3 of Inception, where the architect says fold the road over, and all 10,000 people would see fold the road over. So those are super difficult problems. And I want to go through why a couple of them are super difficult. One is it may be to synchronize all 10,000 of those players. We're not exactly sure what it's going to be. And we mentioned world models today synchronize in the video latent space, the memory of one. Roblox right now synchronizes in a hyper-efficient memory-based 3D space, right, which can actually synchronize those. The dream, I think, it's fun to talk about, would be, is that the future? Is there something even beyond that, which is a 3D geometric latent space where you could run a world model on that? It's the synchronization technology in that. And who knows what that will be, whether it's proprietary or whatever. When do you guys foresee a convergence at some point? And if so, is it in 1, 5, or 20 years?
Ooh, it's totally dreaming space right now. So I think you're hitting on a number of really interesting points here. So to just
I hope so.
Yeah.
Those are the hardest points.
The hardest points, yes. Going from 1 to 2 is already a big unlock, in our opinion, or 1 to 2 to 5 players, right?
That's right.
So the ability to do multiplayer will expose a number of interesting technical
That's a little like
insights.
Proof by induction, right?
Yeah.
If it works for 1 and it works for n and it works for n plus 1 or something, it might work for anything.
Right, exactly.
Maybe,
yeah.
although that could have the end of the 15th scaling problems.
Right, so the scale is the real question, but it opens up a question of whether we can model the synchronization between these players in the latent space of the model,
Yeah.
or we need an explicit model for 3D, the way you described it. So think of another forward dynamics model that is in 3D in a space that we know how to control, and that's the memory, right?
That's my own opinion, is that what it's going to end up being is what is the most hyper efficient synchronized 10,000 person thing, whatever that will be. And everything will flow into that.
Right. I think the answer, and to answer your other question, the 1 year horizon is we'll figure that out. Okay. Like we'll figure out the architecture choices. We are already making a lot of progress. Simply adding video data from multiple players doesn't scale, right? Because you have this quadratic problem. You have this n square tokens problem. So, if you currently have a window of whatever, 20 seconds or 30 seconds of memory, now, if you put 5 players, all of a sudden it's like 2 seconds or so. So it's not very practical to do the way, we can't just scale this architecture. So there has to be an architecture innovation. And we hope that it's going to be an explicit 3D engine that's keeping state. But what do you think?
Yeah, the reason like attention scales quadratically is because you're comparing every token against every token.
That's right.
Maybe you don't need to do that.
Yep.
Maybe with multiplayer, you can do some sparser synchronization. And let's say you give the model the feed of like both actions from both players, and it has to generate the frames independently with some bottleneck of communication between those frames.
And the bottleneck of communication may be the minimum viable synchronization state.
Yeah.
In whatever that ends up.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless what that is, if that's the minimum viable synchronization, it does mean downstream to each player, we can do as much 3D upsampling, 2D upsampling generation, because all we really want to do is synchronize the individual players.
Yeah, if these like global latents can synchronize the views of different players, then maybe that means we can decode actual 3D geometries from those latents and maybe plug them back into Roblox's game engine.
The good news is we have the data to do this. And I think that is a really big enabler to doing all these experiments.
There's a lot of activity right now around, when people build AI systems, they need data and they need training data. And I'm pretty sure all of the text in the world is pretty available for all of these models to start training on.
Yeah.
And then more and more image data and video data is very available. And then what we're seeing, I think, more and more is each company that has its own proprietary data can build very good models on top of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies have proprietary data. The fun data that we have at Roblox is the history of all of the players. And so we have about 13 billion hours a month, and there's some interesting characteristics of that data. So I think when people see someone playing Roblox, they think in terms of video, but I think that data is richer than video, right? Like there's something even richer behind it. Could you share what's rich about it?
Yeah, I think the key thing here is interaction data.
That's right.
To train these world models, you essentially need pairs of like actions and reactions from players and the state. And this is exactly what we capture with our data model recording.
So what that means is, in a privacy compliant way, in a way we'll never sell the data, we're moving to the capability for all 13 billion hours in Roblox to store all of that. Text, image, what people say, how they move. There's a lot of advantages for us there on the safety side.
Yep.
We can go back and scan all of that in real time for safety stuff. There's interesting capabilities for broadcast, for example. You could imagine, just like I'm imagining someday, just like I have my photos and my videos, having my personal access to my Roblox life would be really cool with a search prompt, like find every time I played with Kieran and like go back there and play it back.
Right.
Because this is native vector 3D data, we could reshoot scenes together of what we've done.
We can up-res it.
Yeah, we could up-res it. We could find our favorite moments.
Yeah.
And then finally, we can train on it, which is super good. Yeah, and so training on that could be very useful both for world models as well as NPCs.
Yeah, absolutely. Like so far, we've only started to utilize the pixel data from our DMR to train these world models.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about how we can train the model to also output 3D data like point clouds or even depth, which we have access to in the data model recording.
Yeah, so this is the coupling that we want to unlock, which is have the world model produce pixels plus extra metadata, could be voxels or 3D, and in a way update the state of the 3D data model that is behind the scenes, and do that in a bidirectional way. So, and even with a single player, I think if we can unlock that puzzle, then we really can make progress on the core memory problem that you raised.
Okay, and then a final one I do want to ask is the convergence someday of text, image, video, 3D, and all of that into a single model. Is that a reality versus dispatching? And how far out do you all think that is?
Yeah, I absolutely think that like unified models, like natively multimodal models will be better than models that are trained in their own modalities and that are like siloed away. Because when you train on these different data sources, the model can actually take learnings from maybe text and apply them to how the visual world works, or from 3D and apply it to how the visual world works, etc.
I think one other, maybe the other question hidden in this is the ability for a model to also look at the history of how a user interacts with the AI agent, right? And the history itself is something that's really critical. So,
that's right.
And the ability for an LLM potentially to understand the history, redo the prompts, feed it back to the individual capability of a larger model is probably what causes us to feel the magic, because it's able to understand a specific aspect of what you asked without necessarily, being very brittle. I mean, the earlier systems would be very brittle. You can totally fool the model. But now with this combined capability of having a larger orchestrator LLM behind the scenes, memory at that level, and individual models having multimodal capabilities, it's just a very powerful concoction.
Okay, now I'm going to pop back to kind of a outside view of this, because we've been getting so technically deep, and ask you guys kind of an out-of-the-box question. And I would say it's an interesting time socially, because I think all of the world is coming to grips with what does AI mean and where is this going. I tend to be actually very optimistic. And so my optimism would be there are going to be new types of jobs. I think there's going to be a whole new set of things people do that are going to be very interesting. I'm arguably as optimistic as in the Industrial Revolution when there was some concern jobs are going to go away, but we've ended up being kind of happy with it. But I'm curious where you guys think, like, do half the people stop working with AI, or are there a whole new set of jobs that we're going to do?
I think people work much harder now.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think humans are prone to stop putting in the effort.
That's right.
Stop working.
That's right. So maybe AI creates a whole new set of types of jobs that we do that we can't even imagine.
Yeah, I think these are tools, right? I mean, I come from a visual effects background. I think when CGI came about, there was a similar sentiment that,
So you saw Hollywood go through, like, all the animators are going to disappear.
Yeah, except it didn't. Yeah. Right? I think it just, when performance capture came about, people were like, oh, animators are going to go away. But actors were able to bring life into characters in a way that was not possible before. So we think it's very similar with these AI technologies. These are very powerful tools, and in the hands of the right creators, it can be very empowering.
Okay, so coincidentally, we have 3 optimists about the future of humanity. Great to be here. Everyone's going to have a job, and it's going to be different. Great dive in there. I hope we didn't go too technical for everyone. I hope we intermixed it with some high-level concepts. So Alberto and Kieran, just like so great to have you guys. It's really good.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this is Dave Bazuki. This has been Tech Talks, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.
It's time for a short ad break.
Mistletoe in January? Why can't your parents just move on? The holidays are over.
If Verizon's keeping the holiday spirit, Nick, so are we. We just got a great deal.
Super fast, reliable home internet for just $35 a month.
With no surprise price hikes, guaranteed. You'll understand when you're older.
I guarantee this is gross.
Great deals are still here. Switch to Fios Home Internet starting at $35 a month and get a Samsung TV on us with our premium plans.
New Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. The Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners. It's unbelievably Pepsi.
You're unbelievable.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Try it now.
If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves. If you were a wing, I'd be a nod. If you were a seed, well, I'd be a pod. If you were a floor, I'd want to be a rug. And if you were a kiss, I know I'd be a hug.
This vacation was such a good call.
3 moms sitting down at the same time must document this historic moment.
I'm not moving a muscle.
Don't worry. AT&T gave me the new iPhone 17 Pro with the center stage front camera. Didn't even need the most expensive plan. Should we call the kids? No.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us when you trade in your old iPhone. Any condition. Most expensive plan not required. Plus, switch to AT&T and we'll pay off your phone balance up to $800 per line.
One more time. Walmart's Cyber Monday is the last chance to score even more deals.
Even more?
Even more.
And it's on a Monday this year.
It's always on a Monday. It's Cyber Monday.
What's Cyber Monday?
New Year, same extra value meals. From breakfast to late night, make it a meal and save. Value is still on the menu. Only at McDonald's.
The $4.99 double cheeseburger meal at Burger King. It's the double cheeseburger you fell in love with, or the one you're about to. A quarter pound of beef patties, flame grilled with 2 slices of melty cheese, plus fries and a drink for just $4.99. You rule.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
That was the ad break.
Good morning and welcome back to Sport. Money is flowing freely in college athletics' new world disorder. It's no surprise that gambling is playing a role. Buried in paragraph 25 in the federal indictments for more than a dozen college basketball players for fixing games is really the crux of it. The fixers targeted for their scheme NCAA basketball players for whom the bribe payments would meaningfully supplement or exceed legitimate NIL opportunities. It reads, "Money is flowing like never before in college sports. Quarterbacks are fielding million-dollar offers to eschew the NFL for another run at college. Private equity is noodling its way into athletic department finances, and celebrity boosters are writing an entirely new verse of Be True to Your School, with huge pledges of fiscal allegiance. But it has not and will not trickle down to the Delaware states or Kennesaw states or Texas Southerns of the world. And the gamblers knew that. Their scheme, as alleged by federal investigators, was intentional and insidious. They sought out the easiest of marks, guys competing for schools where no one pays much attention and no one pays the players much, if at all. In exchange for payouts of $20,000 here or $30,000 there, the gamblers laid down hundreds of thousands of dollars on bets they were almost guaranteed to win, a brilliant return on investment. More than a dozen NCAA basketball players charged over rigged games, prosecutors say. A sprawling betting scheme to rig NCAA and Chinese Basketball Association games ensnared 26 people, including more than a dozen college basketball players who tried to fix games as recently as last season, federal prosecutors said Thursday. The scheme generally revolved around fixers recruiting players with the promise of a big payment in exchange for purposefully underperforming during a game, prosecutors said. The fixers would then place big bets against the players' teams in those games, defrauding sports books and other bettors, authorities said. Concerns about gambling and college sports have grown since 2018, when the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a federal ban on the practice, leading some states to legalize it to varying degrees. The NCAA does not allow athletes or staff to bet on college games, but it briefly allowed student athletes to bet on professional sports last year before rescinding that decision in November. According to the indictment unsealed Thursday, fixers started with 2 games in the Chinese Basketball Association in 2023 and, successful there, moved on to rigging NCAA games as recently as January 2025. This 9-year-old escaped war in Ukraine. Now in the U.S., she's tipped to be a future tennis superstar. Some might say that it's too early to predict the future of a 9-year-old sporting sensation, and often they would be right to. So much can happen during a young athlete's development. Bodies change, the risk of burnout increases, and simply desire in the sport can simply wane. Yet despite all of this, legendary tennis coach Rick Maxey says he's currently training the next superstar of the sport, 9-year-old Vlada Hrančar. I have no doubt this little girl is going to be #1 in the world, he tells CNN Sports during an interview alongside Hrančar and both her parents. I can see how she is wired and put together and has a work ethic unsurpassed. All the other qualities as well, just the cardio and all these things wrapped in one. This little kid has every box checked. It's quite the appraisal from a coach who has worked with some of the biggest names in the game, namely helping to kickstart the careers of both Serena and Venus Williams, a relationship which was the subject of the Oscar-winning film King Richard in 2021. He is predicting a similar trajectory for Hrančar, and the story of how this astonishing young girl and her family wound up in their current position is worthy of a Hollywood script itself. Hrančar was born in Ukraine to a sport-loving family. Her brother plays professional soccer in Ukraine, and her parents allowed Hrančar to try out a variety of activities from an early age, including dance and gymnastics. But speaking to CNN Sports, Hrančar's mom, Marina, says her little daughter quickly became obsessed with just one sport, tennis. During her first visit to a court age 3, Hrančar told her parents she would beat everyone. Little did they know it would soon become true. What I love about tennis is the competition. I love to beat everybody in matches. I want people to want to play like me one day, Hrančar tells CNN Sports, giggling at her own confidence. Sport ends here. Thank you so much for watching us today. You can find more news by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
It's time for a short ad break.
Mistletoe in January? Can't your parents just move on? The holidays are over.
If Verizon's keeping the holiday spirit, Nick, so are we. We just got a great deal.
Super fast, reliable home internet for just $35 a month.
With no surprise price hikes, guaranteed. You'll understand when you're older.
I guarantee this is gross.
Great deals are still here. Switch to Fios Home Internet starting at $35 a month and get a Samsung TV on us with our premium plans.
New Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. The Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners. It's unbelievably Pepsi.
You're unbelievable.
That was the ad break. Good morning and happy International Women's Day. The weather in the United States is cloudy. Boston 48 degrees, Brooklyn 50 degrees, Chicago 34 degrees, Columbus 45 degrees, Dallas 47 degrees, Houston 68 degrees, Indianapolis 40 degrees, Lincoln 44 degrees, Los Angeles 61 degrees, Manhattan 53 degrees, New York 53 degrees, Philadelphia 51 degrees, Phoenix 55 degrees, Queens 45 degrees, Raleigh 66 degrees, San Antonio 58 degrees, San Diego 56 degrees, San Jose 56 degrees, the Bronx 51 degrees, Washington 58 degrees. This was all the weather information. If you want more updates, scan the QR code on the screen. See you next time. Goodbye. Coming up next, Roblox movie on Roblox TV. It's time for a short ad break.
Mistletoe in January? Can't your parents just move on? The holidays are over.
If Verizon's keeping the holiday spirit, Nick, so are we. We just got a great deal.
Super fast, reliable home internet for just $35 a month.
With no surprise price hikes, guaranteed. You'll understand when you're older.
Guarantee this is gross.
Great deals are still here. Switch to Fios Home Internet starting at $35 a month and get a Samsung TV on us with our premium plans.
That was the ad break.
Are you sure you can really tell the future, Maggie?
Yep.
Okay, how can you show me?
I can guess what you're going to eat for lunch.
But I packed a lunch today.
Then I can guess what your mom packed you for lunch.
Okay, let's try it.
You're going to eat a juice box, a sandwich, and a banana.
That's it! You guessed it! Wow!
I told you I can tell the future.
But how?
One day I just saw what was going to happen. I think I was 4, and the first one I saw was that my mom was going to take me to the park as a surprise. I put my shoes on and stood at the door and waited for her.
What did your mom do?
She was confused. She asked if she told me she was going to surprise me with a trip to the park. I said nope. She laughed and said that I could read minds.
But you really can.
Not really. I can just see what's going to happen.
Can you see the answers for our spelling test today?
That's cheating, Lacey.
If I could read minds...
See the future.
If I could see the future, I would find all the answers to all of the homework and all the tests that we had to take. Then I would get an A on everything and never have to pay attention in school again. Maggie, what's happening?
I don't know!
Can you see the future or something?
I'm not making it happen! It's doing it on its own!
What do you see?
My dad! But he's in a car accident!
What?
He gets in a car accident and gets really hurt! He dies, Lacey!
What are you gonna do?
I have to stop him from going to work!
Let's go!
Maggie? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at school!
We had to come back and stop you from going to work!
Well, that's silly. Why?
You're going to get into a car crash!
What?
I saw it in the future! I can see the future and I saw you get in a car crash and die!
Honey, that's not going to happen.
But it is! I can see the future!
You can't see the future, Maggie. You have an overactive imagination. You're going to upset yourself if you tell stories like that. It's not nice to make up a story about someone dying, especially your father.
But it isn't a story!
Lacey, do I need to call your mother and tell her you aren't at school like you're supposed to be?
Please, Daddy, just stay home today. Don't go, please.
I have to go to work. I don't have a choice. Now, You and Lacey need to head to school before you miss the start of class. Walk carefully, stay on the sidewalk. I love you, and have a good day.
I'm so sorry, Maggie. Maggie, breakfast.
Eggs? Again?
If you wanted a different breakfast, you can make one yourself.
Nope, eggs are great.
That's what I thought.
Tomorrow is donuts for dads.
What's that?
It's a day where everyone brings their dads to school and we eat donuts with them.
Oh, I see.
I don't have a dad.
Maggie?
I don't! He died! So who do I bring to donuts for dads?
Me? I could be dad.
Funny.
Why don't you bring Justin?
Your fiancé? No, thank you.
Now, why not?
Mom, he's embarrassing!
Morning, my lady.
Good morning, honey. Sleep well?
Morning, Magpie.
Maggie. Just Maggie.
I think Magpie is cute.
I think Magpie is embarrassing.
Justin, Maggie has a donuts for dad thing at school today. Do you think he can go and be your stand-in dad?
Really? You mean it?
Fine.
Yes, I love donuts.
Just don't do anything embarrassing.
I'll try not to.
Okay, after donuts, you can just go home, alright?
Are the other dads gonna stay for a little while?
I don't know, but you can go home.
Whatever you say. Hey, thanks for bringing me along.
It's fine. You're welcome, I guess.
Hi, Mr. Justin.
Hiya, Lacey.
Looking forward to donuts?
Of course, but they do make me a little gassy.
They what?
Did you see something?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
It's embarrassing, that's what it is.
Oh no!
It's starting.
Donuts make me gassy.
I can tell. Should you go to the bathroom?
I think so.
I'm so glad you brought Justin to Donuts for Dads.
That was hilarious! And also a little bit embarrassing.
But mostly hilarious. Oh no, Maggie, not again! When will you learn to control this?
I don't know! I just saw Justin and my mom in the future.
What happened?
He stole all of her money and left her with nothing. My dad had a lot of money that he left to my mom when he died. I think Justin knows about it. I think that's why he's sticking around. He's here to get my mom's money.
But he's so goofy and nice. Why would he do that?
I don't know, but I have to warn her. I have to do something. This can't be like my dad not listening to me. I have to change this future.
Hi, Magpie. How was school today? How did Donuts for Dads go?
Just Maggie, okay?
Okay, just Maggie.
School was fine. Donuts for Dads was fine too. Just smelly.
Smelly?
Doesn't matter. I have to talk to you about something. It's about Justin.
What about him?
He's just dating you so he can take the money that Dad gave you.
Maggie! That's quite the accusation!
I'm telling the truth! I saw it in a vision!
You mean you had a bad dream?
No! I've told you so many times and you never believe me! I can see the future! I have these visions and I know what's going to happen!
Just like you told me when your father died? You told me you saw him in a car accident before it even happened, and you tried to stop him.
I did! It's the truth!
No, Maggie. You made all of that up to deal with the fact that your father died.
I'm telling you the truth! Why won't you believe me?
I think it's time for you to see a therapist.
What?
It's not healthy to have these thoughts.
What's going on in here?
We are having a discussion about going to see a therapist.
Huh? Why?
Maggie is having those dreams again.
What future did you see?
Don't encourage her, Justin.
They aren't dreams! I've had them since I was 6! I can see the future! I saw you stealing all of Mom's money! I saw you leaving her with nothing and then living on a beach somewhere while Mom and I were homeless!
Don't be silly, Magpie.
My name is Maggie!
That would never happen. I love your mother very much.
See, Maggie? It isn't real. I'm making an appointment with Dr. Paula.
Keep your mouth shut.
You might be tricking my mom, but you can't trick me!
You are a child. She'll never believe you.
I'll make her believe me, just you wait!
Justin, babe, can you come help me with dinner?
Be right there. Watch yourself.
Okay, Maggie, let's start with something easy. Why did your mom bring you here today?
She thinks I'm making things up.
What kind of things?
It doesn't matter. You won't believe me either.
Try me.
I can see the future through visions. I don't know how to control it, but sometimes I can see specific things. I saw my dad die in a car crash before it happened, and I saw my mom's fiancé steal all of our money and leave us on the street.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Now, Maggie, I never said I didn't believe you. I had a lot of patients over the years bring a lot of crazy and wild things to me.
Have you had anyone that could see the future?
No. But I had someone that could accurately predict the soup of the day at the dinner down the street. My favorite was split pea soup of the day.
Next Thursday is split pea soup day, but be careful. If you wear a white button-down shirt, you'll spill it all over yourself.
Wow, I thought you said you couldn't control it.
I can control some of it, but not always. If I want to see something, I can focus really hard and I can see it. Sometimes I have these visions that come on out of nowhere and really strongly, and I can't control those. They just happen and they're usually really bad.
So, this vision of your mom's fiancé,
Justin.
Justin? He's going to steal all your mom's money?
Yep. I don't know when, but he basically told me he was going to do it too. My visions always come true. I haven't been able to successfully change something though. I've tried. Like with my dad, I tried so hard.
People have free will. They can make their own decisions despite the vision you've seen. For example, I could choose to wear the white button down next Thursday when I get my favorite soup. But if I do that, it will spill all over me. If I can remember to change into a different shirt, do you think I won't spill the soup?
I don't know.
I will try and let you know. But until then, let's focus on teaching how to control your visions. Through that, we'll help your mom understand.
But you don't even know if I'm telling the truth.
I do. What day is it today?
Friday.
Friday. Correct. Have you ever been in my office before?
No.
Have you ever been to that diner down the street or even seen it before?
No.
What I didn't tell you earlier was that my patient that could correctly guess the different soups of the day had actually memorized the monthly soup of the day calendar. It's a prefix calendar and he had a very, very good memory. It was nearly picture perfect. You, Maggie, were able to see into the future and find only the day of the month during which that diner serves split pea soup next Thursday.
Wow, really?
Really. So, I believe you. There's no way you are making that up. Now, let's get your mom to believe you.
How?
You're going to need to try to focus hard on your mom's timeline, but think a little more short term. Try to see just a few minutes into the future and present her with that vision.
Do you think it will work?
I do. Can you think only a few minutes into the future? Try it now.
Nick is going to text you to go to dinner with him tonight. It'll be a nice time. You should go.
It's a text from Nick inviting me to the oyster bar.
I did it!
Great work, Maggie. You can continue to control your skills and then maybe your mom will believe you.
Thank you!
It's time for our session to end, but I'll see you next Friday.
Yes! Tell me all about the soup! I can't wait to see if you can change the future or not.
I'm proud of you for going to talk to Dr. Paula.
Thanks.
It's Saturday, and I know you don't have any plans.
Yep.
And I know you're still angry with me, so you probably don't want to spend the day with me.
Yep.
So, I have a surprise for you.
You invited Lacey for a sleepover. We're going to watch Scary Movie.
How did you... Did Lacey text you? I made her promise.
No, Mom. I saw it in a vision. I can see the future.
Stop it, Maggie.
I'm telling the truth. Pizza delivery guy is about to ring the doorbell. It's pepperoni with pineapple, which is really weird. Why did you order that?
You heard me on the phone ordering the pizza.
I didn't.
You heard me repeat the time when it was going to be delivered.
No. A text from Justin asking if we have any milk. The timer is about to go off on the oven for the cake you've been secretly baking all morning. Lacey is here and now she has the pizza.
Hi, guys. I just found this pizza on the doorstep.
Stop! Stop it, Maggie! What is happening? This is crazy. I'm losing my mind.
Oh, I see. She finally gets it.
You knew?
Definitely. I was there when she saw her first big vision.
Franklin? The car accident?
Yeah, That one about her dad.
I've been trying to show you for years, Mom!
So, if your visions are right, Justin is gonna steal all of our money?
And you'll be homeless! Sorry, I was just happy to know the vision already.
Maggie, what do I do?
You're asking me?
Yes, can your visions tell us what to do?
No, it can't. I learned from Dr. Paula that everyone has free will. I can see the future, but I can't control what everyone does.
Does that mean we can change it?
Maybe. Happy Friday!
Happy Friday, Maggie.
Well,
what?
Come on!
I'm just messing with you. It worked, Maggie. I wore a green shirt instead of the white button-down shirt, and I didn't spill any soup on myself.
So the future can change?
It looks like it, Maggie. If you don't like the direction something is going, or the outcome you were expected to have, you can make a change in your life and it will change the result.
Wow, so I can still save my mom from having all of her money stolen by Justin?
Definitely.
Okay, so earlier today, Dr. Paula told you that her experiment worked, right?
Right.
She was able to make a change in her timeline and it changed the future. And your vision that you saw didn't come true.
Right.
So we should be able to change our future too.
Right, I hope.
Justin?
Lori, Magpie, hello!
Her name is Maggie.
Oh, okay.
Maggie says that you're gonna marry me, transfer all of my money into your bank account, then run away. Is that true?
Whoa, I just got home from work. Come on, can we talk about this after dinner?
No, Justin, we're talking about this now.
You know, what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. That's how marriage works.
That's different from getting married to me and then stealing and leaving.
How did that brat find out anyways?
It doesn't matter. So, is it true then?
Yeah, it's true. As soon as you told me all about Franklin's money, I knew that I was gonna take it from you.
Get out!
Maggie's right. The engagement is off. We are done. Right now.
Oh, so sad. Let me go cry my eyes out.
Get out of my house!
Mom, I'm so sorry. I don't want all my visions to come true.
I know, honey. Thank you. Thank you for trying to save our family for the second time.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, sweetie.
We're going to have Chinese takeout for dinner, and we're going to be okay.
If Mr. Eric signs another book report on the Ottoman Empire, I'm going to scream. This is the third report in 2 weeks that I have to do. Why do kids need to know about the fall of the Ottoman Empire? I'm 15! That has nothing to do with me!
Agreed. My fingers are going to fall off from typing if I don't fall asleep from boredom first.
We're learning about the fall of one of the empires of the past so that we can learn from their mistakes and create a stronger, better, more peaceful world.
Aw, Andrew, you're so smart.
Do you have an opinion, Brandon?
I don't know. I don't care.
At least you're cute.
Come on, let's go play tetherball. I bet I can beat you, bro. Best 3 out of 5.
You're on.
Silly boys. They're like little kids.
At least they get along. I was always worried we'd have boyfriends that didn't like each other, and then we couldn't go on double dates.
Our double dates are the best. Brandon isn't all that smart, is he?
Maybe not, but he's definitely cute. That makes up for it.
Maggie, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you having a vision? It's been so long since you've had one that you can't control.
No.
What did you see? Is there a scale at the mall that we're going to miss? Do I fail my book report on the Ottoman Empire? Oh no, does our Roblox server go down?
It's worse than all that.
What's worse than missing a sale at the mall or not being able to play Roblox?
Brandon is going to cheat on me.
What? Ugh, I'm going to oof him.
Wait, Lacey, it hasn't happened yet.
So? It's going to eventually, Maggie.
You can't punish him for something he hasn't done yet. We know that the future can change if we work hard enough. Remember my therapist changed her split pea soup spilling fate by wearing a different shirt? Or when you were going to fail that geometry exam and you studied and changed the future?
Of course I remember. How could I forget? You helped save me from having to take geometry a second time. And that would have been so embarrassing.
This is just like that. Maybe I can change the future and Brandon won't cheat on me.
He has the personality of a twig. How is he gonna cheat on you? Let's be real. He probably can't even talk to another girl. I think your vision is wrong.
I'm sorry, have you seen how cute he is? It makes total sense that he's going to cheat on me. There are girls falling all over him all of the time. Plus, my visions have never been wrong. Not even once. And I don't count changing my fate, that's a little different. There are always going to be girls all over him. I'm just not interesting enough.
Maybe there are girls all over him. I don't see it, but maybe there are. But they'll hang around him and then he'll open his mouth and nothing will come out except for a few months. Then they find out he's kind of dumb and boring and he doesn't look as interesting anymore. Plus, you're beautiful! You're a total 10. So don't pretend like there's any boys out there who wouldn't be all over you that would make Brandon jealous.
Wow, tell me how you really feel about Brandon, Lacey. I'm a 10, but I can see the future, so I'm really a
12! A 15! What about 100? Who wouldn't want a girlfriend who could see the future? How cool!
I just don't want Brandon to cheat on me. I really like him.
Why? What's so great about him?
He's so cute!
You need to like him for better reasons than that.
Why do you like Andrew?
He's funny! He's nice to me, he takes me shopping, and then we go home and play Roblox. It's perfect! It's really cute, too.
I need to find out who this other girl is and stop him from meeting her.
You didn't recognize her?
No, she either doesn't go to our school or that vision was really far into the future.
What were you wearing in the vision?
That blue top.
The one you brought last summer?
Yeah.
Then we know it's warm out and the vision will happen soon.
Wait, how do you know that?
Girl, that top is going out of style in like 10 minutes. I won't let you wear that next year. No way!
Then it's soon.
I won! I beat Brandon! I won every game!
Oh, good job, babe!
Ready to go?
Where are you two going?
To the mall, duh! Then go home and play Roblox.
We have a cute family together in Brookhaven. No big deal.
Stop it! That's adorable!
Bye!
So, Andrew beat you?
Yup.
What do you want to do today? It's the weekend, so we can go hang out.
I don't know.
Do you want to go get ice cream?
I don't know.
Do you want to go hang out at my house?
I don't know.
You're so boring! You never talk to me and we never do anything fun or exciting! If you weren't so cute, I'd ask myself why we were even dating in the first place. Aren't you going to say something?
Sorry.
Great, now you're mad at me for being mad at you. This is so dumb.
I'm going to go.
Hi, Mom.
Maggie, sweetie, I'm glad you're home. We have dinner plans tonight.
Oh, we do? Where are we going?
That Italian place I was telling you about? I picked out an outfit for you.
That was nice of you. What am I wearing?
That cute blue top you bought last summer.
What? Why?
It's so cute on you.
Mom, no, I can't wear that top.
Why not?
I just can't.
You're wearing the top, and that's final.
Fine!
Teenagers. What's up, Maggie? Is that Brandon? Is he with another girl? I'm going in there and giving him a piece of my mind.
No, don't. I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, honey, did you see it in a vision? I'm so sorry. You don't deserve this. What a jerk.
I'm going to take a few minutes out here before I go in for dinner, okay?
Are you sure you don't just want to go home?
We can stay. Brandon isn't going to ruin a plate of spaghetti and a tiramisu for me.
I'll get us a table as far away from them as I can, and I'll glare at him the whole time I walk past.
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize there was someone else on the bench.
Are you okay? You're crying.
I guess I could ask you the same thing.
I'm not okay. I just saw my boyfriend cheating on me with some girl.
Funny. I just saw my girlfriend cheating on me with some boy.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm just so upset. How could Skylar do this to me?
Is Skylar blonde?
Yeah.
Was she sitting across the table from a really handsome guy who looked like he doesn't know the difference between the front and the back of the bus?
She was, but how do you know that?
That's Brandon, my boyfriend.
Wait, you mean that my girlfriend is cheating on me with your boyfriend?
Yep, looks like it.
And now we're both just sitting here on the bench outside of a fancy Italian restaurant crying over our awful girlfriend and boyfriend?
I'm really surprised I didn't see this coming.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Do you want to go get ice cream or something?
Really? Yeah, I love ice cream.
We can talk about how awful our boyfriend and girlfriend are.
She isn't my girlfriend anymore now. But she really wasn't awful.
I think that maybe she was. She did cheat on you with my boyfriend.
He isn't your boyfriend anymore, remember? We're gonna need a lot of ice cream.
You're speaking my language. I'm Maggie.
Luca, it's nice to meet you. You ready?
Let's go. Ice cream makes everything better.
It does.
So you really like Skylar, huh?
She was so pretty.
Is that all?
Yeah, kind of.
That was all with Brandon too. He was very cute, but that was kind of it.
Skylar and I have nothing in common. She likes to talk on the phone and I like to read books and play Roblox. I mean, she wouldn't even watch me play, and I don't think she's read a book since kindergarten.
You like to play Roblox?
Every day.
Me too! I'm on that game every chance I get, and I love to read too!
Funny. I have more in common with a stranger than I do my own girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend, and I was thinking the same thing. Brandon and I don't have anything in common. He couldn't even carry on a conversation. It was like talking to a wall. He's about as smart as a wall, too.
Well, maybe we don't have to be strangers anymore, Maggie. Maybe we can be friends.
I was thinking the same thing. Okay, let's test our friendship. We can take turns telling each other our favorite things.
Okay, easy. Favorite ice cream?
Cookie dough, you?
Birthday cake.
Those are so similar. Favorite color?
Oh, definitely blue. Like the color of your top. It's a very pretty top. Brings out the color of your eyes.
Thank you. It's one of my favorites, and it's my favorite color, too.
Something else we have in common. What's your favorite animal?
Pot-bellied pig.
Oh, that's adorable. Mine are dogs.
Simple. I like it.
There's nothing wrong with the classics.
Speaking of classics, what's your favorite pasta?
I'm Italian. I eat pasta every day. Pasta, total classic meal.
I know it is. You're living my dream.
Have to go with spaghetti and meatballs.
Me too. That's my comfort food. I was going to order that tonight to make myself feel better about Brandon cheating on me.
I thought you found out about Brandon was cheating on you when you got to the restaurant. How would you know to order spaghetti and meatballs? I'm confused.
Well,
Skylar, how could you do this to me?
How could I do this to you? You're sitting here eating ice cream with another girl.
Don't turn this on me. I'm only here with Maggie because I saw you and Brandon at the restaurant together. You were holding hands and sharing pasta. That's what we used to do together.
How do you know his name?
Brandon, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Of course you know. You're out on a date with the Skylar girl. How long have you been with her?
Yeah, Skylar. How long have you been with him?
I don't know.
You better know something soon, buddy.
Luca, don't. It isn't worth it. They clearly deserve each other.
I'm breaking up with you, Luca.
We stopped being boyfriend and girlfriend the second I saw you in there with this kid.
I'm breaking up with you too, Brandon.
Bye.
I can't believe this is happening.
I'm so sorry, Luca.
Why aren't you as upset as me?
I had a bit of time to accept that it was going to happen. I kind of knew it was coming.
How could you know it was coming? It was totally out of the blue for me.
I can see the future.
Wait, what? You can see the future?
Yes.
I don't really want to play games right now, Maggie. You seem really great, and I've had a nice time with you eating ice cream and talking and swinging, but actually, it's probably the best night I've had in a long time, but I don't want to joke around right now. I'm sorry.
I'm not joking.
How?
It's a secret. I don't just tell anyone. Brandon doesn't even know, okay? The only people that know are my mom, my best friend, my therapist, and...
Me?
You.
But why me?
I just feel like I can trust you.
Okay. You're gonna have to prove it to me.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Just like that. I ask you about the future and you can just tell me?
Not everything, but I'm getting very good at picking out parts of the future that I want to see. I used to get these visions that came out of nowhere and I couldn't control them. I had one about my dad and one about my mom's boyfriend at the time. It was bad. I actually haven't had any out of control visions until tonight.
Okay, so how does it work?
I just squeeze my eyes shut and focus, and then I can see the future.
You were doing that when we first met. Does that mean you saw a vision earlier tonight?
Yeah, that was the second one today, and like I said, it's been so long since I've had them like this. I'm not really sure what's going on.
What did you see?
Well, earlier this afternoon, I saw a vision of Brandon at the restaurant with Skylar. I didn't know the vision was going to come true tonight until I put on this shirt to go to dinner. It matched the one in my vision, so I knew it was coming.
And the second vision? The one you had when you met me?
I think I'll keep that one to myself for a little longer.
Fine. Alright then, I want to see something from my future. Prove to me that you can have visions. What can you tell me?
Do you want to see what college you go to? Or do you want to see what your first job is?
I want to see who my next girlfriend is.
Are you sure?
Definitely. Who helps me get over Skylar, and are we happy?
Luca, I don't have to look into a vision to see the answer to that question.
What? How come?
I already saw that future. That was my vision when I first met you. Your next girlfriend is me.
Really?
Really.
Are we happy?
So happy. We were laughing and smiling. We were having so much fun together. I've never been that happy in my whole life.
Wow, okay, so, well, when do we start?
Maybe you can take me out on a date and we can see where it goes. The visions I see usually happen, but they can be changed.
I like that idea. So how about tomorrow?
I have plans with my best friend Lacey, but I'm free later this week.
Well, let's have a study date. I can pick you up on Wednesday and we can study after school together. I go to a school in the town over. It's private.
I like the study date idea. I go to Brookhaven.
Ah, a public school girl.
What can I say?
Well, I can't wait. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Maggie, you're living a fairy tale! I am so jealous of you.
I just had to have my boyfriend cheat on me to get there.
But then you met Luca. He sounds amazing. And he's Italian.
Yes, he's so cute and he's smart and he's so funny.
Unlike Brick Wall Brandon.
Do you think he'll get along with Andrew?
Oh, absolutely. Andrew can get along with anyone, though. He's perfect.
I just hope that my vision of the future comes true.
Can you tell when it would happen?
We looked older, like we were in college maybe. Or like we had just graduated from college. So, I don't know. I think Luca and I will take things slowly and just see what happens next.
I hope Andrew and I take things very quickly. I want a ring before we go to college.
Lacey, we're 15!
A girl can dream. Another vision? What's going on? You don't usually have these kind of things anymore.
That's what I've been saying. Something isn't right. I'm supposed to be able to control my visions now. Dr. Paolo taught me how to control my visions. Maybe I should go see her again. Maybe she knows what's happening.
Okay, but what did you see?
I saw Luca in the hospital. He was in a coma.
What's going on, Maggie? Why the rush to see me so quickly? We aren't scheduled to meet until next Friday.
I'm sorry. I just really needed to talk to you. I've been having these visions again.
Yes, that's quite normal. You've been having them for many years now.
No, I mean I'm having uncontrollable visions again.
Oh, that's different. All right, tell me more, please.
I'll be going about my day, nothing unusual, and then out of nowhere, I squeeze my eyes shut and I'm hit with a vision. It's not very much fun at all.
I can imagine it's not. And what's in these visions?
I have a new boyfriend. Well, he's not my boyfriend yet. I hope he will be. His name is Luca.
Is Luca in your visions?
He was today. I saw him in a coma.
Oh dear.
I can't tell when it's going to happen, you know. I never can, but I have to try to stop it.
Does this feel very familiar to what happened to your dad?
Yes, I wasn't successful last time. I couldn't save him. But this time, I'm going to do it.
Okay, I can try to help. We need to see more of the vision. It might be difficult, but if we can see something that indicates the date or a time, maybe a location, we might be able to stop it.
What do I do?
Let's get back to the vision. Think hard about what your other vision looked like. We need to scan the room where you saw Luca. Close your eyes and try to pull it back up.
Go back into the vision? I've never done this before.
You can do it. Try to feel what you felt like when you saw the vision. Emotions are strong and they attach themselves to sights, sound, and smells.
saw something!
Yes?
On a dry erase board on the wall was the date, Monday, September 12th.
Very good, Maggie!
But what does it mean?
That could be the date he fell into a coma. Or it could be long after the fact, and it's the day that you're visiting him in the hospital.
I would go to see him the very moment I heard he was hurt.
Then let's assume it's the day he falls into coma, but we don't know how or why.
No, but this is a good start.
You did great today, Maggie. Just remember how it felt to revisit that vision, and the next time you need to do it, pull it into those feelings again, and you'll be able to do it all on your own.
Thanks, Dr. Paula. You're the best. I think I need to go see Luca.
Hi, beautiful. It's great to see you. And earlier than our study date, even. That's not until tomorrow.
I know. I just...
Wanted to make sure you met her best friend and her best friend's boyfriend. We are gonna be the two people you go on a double date with.
Lacey!
Sorry. Wishful thinking, I guess. Anyways, I'm Lacey. This is Andrew, my handsome and oh so smart boyfriend.
Hey, man. Nice to meet you.
It's great to meet you guys, too.
So, Luca, do anything dangerous lately?
What?
What Lacey means is, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I like to play basketball and ride my motorcycle.
Bruh, you have a motorcycle?
I drive it on a learner's permit.
That's so sweet.
It sounds dangerous.
It's fine. It's really cool. My dad got it for me last year for my birthday. I couldn't ride it this year until I turned 15.
Can we ride it?
Lacey, none of us have our learner's permits. You can't ride a motorcycle.
I thought I'd give it a shot.
Hey, Andrew.
Brandon, buddy, how's it going?
Fine.
We don't want you here, Brandon.
Hi, Skylar.
Luca, I see you've moved on pretty quickly.
Well, it wasn't that hard seeing as I was dating a cheater and a liar.
Were you talking about your motorcycle?
It's really cool, actually. Lucas's is really cool.
And you thought Luca was dating a liar. What did he tell you about the motorcycle, Maggie?
What do you mean?
Did he tell you that he got it as a gift from his dad for Christmas? Did he tell you he rides it on a learner's permit?
Yes.
Wow, Luca. You can't tell the truth about anything, can you?
Don't make this about me, Skylar. You cheated on me. Brandon cheated on Maggie. The only liars here are the two of you. What are you doing here anyways?
We were just passing by. Ask him more about that motorcycle, Maggie.
Laters.
What is she talking about, Luca?
It's nothing.
If it's nothing, then it shouldn't be a big deal if you tell us.
Well, I didn't get it as a gift from my dad for Christmas. I stole it from him. My parents are divorced and he lives across the country. When I visited him, I was angry and I took it and drove across the country and back home.
What?
And I don't have my learner's permit.
Oh boy.
Not cool, man.
You drove across the country on a motorcycle and you don't have a permit to drive?
I just wanted to impress you.
Well, consider me not impressed, okay? Why didn't you just tell me the truth? We were both just cheated on by Skylar and Brandon. What makes you think that starting something with me and lying from day one would be a good idea?
This is bad news, bud.
It's not looking good for you.
Please, Maggie, I really like you. I think you're smart and beautiful. I just want to get to know you and see where things can go. Please, just forgive me.
I don't know. You're already lying to me. I think it's a good idea if we don't meet for our study date tomorrow.
Please, I've been looking forward to it all week.
No, I don't think we can meet. Give me a few days to think about things and I'll text you.
I think you did the right thing, Maggie.
I agree. There's no point in starting things with a liar.
But he's so cute and he's so nice. Why did he have to go and ruin things like that? I really liked him.
I guess it doesn't have to be the end. You could forgive him.
How can I even trust him?
I gotta go, guys. I have plans to play Roblox with Brandon.
Ugh, stop hanging out with him.
He's one of my best friends. I can't just end that friendship because he and Maggie broke up.
You could.
That wouldn't be a very nice thing to do. I'll catch you guys later.
Sorry about that.
No, I get it. Andrew is a really great guy. I think it would be awful for him to end a friendship just because of me too. I'm really happy for you, Lacey.
Thanks! Me too. He's my Prince Charming. Anyways, what are we gonna do about Luca?
I'm so mad at him, but I still haven't found out what he does to knock himself into a coma.
Do you think it's the motorcycle? Do you know if he wears a helmet?
I didn't even know about the motorcycle until today.
Can you see a vision about it?
I don't know.
Oh, try it! Didn't you say you were working on more visions with Dr. Paula?
Yes, but that doesn't mean I can see that far into the future on my own. When I have the visions I can't control, those are usually hours or days in the future. When I look for visions myself, those are just a few minutes away.
What's the worst that can happen? You don't see a vision?
Maybe?
Then give it a shot!
Okay.
Was he wearing a helmet?
No, he wasn't.
Did you notice anything else?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know what to do, Lacey.
Maybe you need to talk to him again. Try to get him to give up riding the motorcycle. Tell him it's dangerous. Have you thought about telling him about the vision?
No, I would never. The last time I told someone about one of my visions like that was my dad, and he still died. It just made him angry, and he still went to work. He didn't believe me or my visions.
But this is different, right? Luca knows you can see the future.
Good morning, my sunshine.
Hey.
Whoa, what's wrong?
I didn't get much sleep last night.
What's on your mind?
If you knew something awful was going to happen to someone, would you tell them, or would you just keep it to yourself and not tell them?
Are you thinking about your dad again?
No.
Honey, you can't bring your dad back.
I'm not thinking about Dad.
Then who?
Luca. He's a boy I just met, and on Monday, September 12th, he's going to get into a motorcycle accident that puts him into a coma.
These visions are not fair. You're so young. How could you be expected to handle these big problems all on your own? I wish we could take the visions away.
They're a part of me, Mom. I don't want them to go away, but I don't know what to do.
Tell him about the accident.
But Dad...
Dad didn't know about your visions. Does Luca know?
Yes.
Tell him, sweetie.
Okay, I'll tell him. I haven't heard from Luca in 4 days.
He never texted you back after he didn't show up at the park?
No, and tomorrow is Monday.
Monday, September 12th?
Yes! How am I supposed to protect him from getting into a motorcycle accident and going into a coma if I can't see him or talk to him?
Maybe it's for the best. You've said that before. You've only been able to change the fate of one of your visions, and all of the other ones still came true. Maybe that was just a one-time thing.
I refuse to let it be a one-time thing. I want to save Luca. I care about him.
Do you know where he lives, Maggie?
No.
I know how we can find out, but I don't think you'll like it.
No, Lacey. Don't make me do it.
What are you doing here?
I need to see Brandon.
What for?
Just let us talk to him!
No.
Fine, then we can just talk to you. You're the one who will know anyways.
Know what?
Maggie? Lacey?
Hey, cheater.
Don't call him names. If you want to know something, you better ask it soon, or I'm going to slam this door on your face. Just try me.
Where does Luca live?
Oh, your new little boyfriend didn't tell you his address? It looks like he didn't want you to find him.
Stop messing around, Skylar, and tell us where he lives.
You're going to have to make me.
He lives around the corner. It's a blue house.
Wow, thanks, Brandon.
That was the most words I've ever heard him say.
Thanks a lot.
At the hospital.
No, we're too late!
What do you mean? Tomorrow is Monday, September 12th.
Dr. Paula told me that the vision I had was either the day he got hurt or the day I visited him in the hospital.
And you assumed it was the day he got hurt?
I thought I'd be able to go see him right away. I can't believe I was
wrong. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out.
But he was hurt. He's in a coma. It's all my fault. I didn't stop him in time.
No, Maggie, you can't blame yourself. You did everything you could. Luca chose not to wear a helmet. He chose to drive a motorcycle without a learner's permit and without learning how to drive.
I just can't believe it.
Thank you, nurse. Thank you very much. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
Well?
You were right. He was admitted 4 days ago. After he arrived at the hospital, he fell into a coma.
I don't want to be right. When can I see him?
Can you guess?
Monday, September 12th.
Yep. Visiting hours are over for today, but we can go see him first thing tomorrow morning.
What am I going to tell him? This could have all been avoided if I had just told him about my vision.
You tried to, honey. You just didn't get to him in time. Don't blame yourself.
Luca, I'm so sorry. I tried to tell you. I saw this in a vision. I saw you get in a motorcycle accident and I saw you fall into a coma. I never wanted for this to happen. I forgive you for lying to me just to impress me. I want to see where this goes. I just want you to wake up. Please, Luca. I'm so sorry. I miss you already. Please, just wake up. I can't see any more visions of you, Luca. Please don't die. What will I do? Wake up, Luca. I can't see any more visions of you.
Can you see this in your vision?
Luca, you're awake. He's awake.
What happened?
You were in a motorcycle accident. You crashed and hit your head. That was 5 days ago. It's Monday, September 12th, and you've been out since then.
Maggie, I'm so sorry to meet you at the park. I tried, I was on my way, and then I just remember this truck coming out of nowhere, and then I was on the ground. I don't remember anything after that.
I wonder if a helmet would have helped.
You're probably right. I promise, I'll wear a helmet from now on.
How about a promise not to drive a motorcycle without a permit?
Deal. So, about that study date, can we still go out?
Absolutely. I'll follow you anywhere, Luca.